One of the most fun things in the game of hockey is the draft. Many prospects will find a team, but unfortunately many players don't get drafted. One of the teams that has had the most draft success over the past few years has been the Montreal Canadiens. And this year, they might have had their best class in a decade. Before we begin, I want to ask a quick favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and only takes a couple of seconds, while this video took hours to make. We are really close to 500 subscribers, and I'm hoping to hit that by the end of the year. So please help me out. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. The fact the Canadiens draft well is shown yearly in the World Junior Championship. They always are represented by at least one prospect. 2 years ago, it was Nick Suzuki. Last year, Romanov and Caufield. This year, the Habs have 3 prospects in the World Juniors: Cole Caufield, Kaiden Guhle, and Mysak. So I'm going to dive into the background on these players and tell you guys what you can expect from them in this tournament. So let's start with Mysak. Mysak was potentially the best pick by the Habs in the most recent draft, and he has first-line potential on the Canadiens. Mysak has a chance to prove himself in this tournament. He was obviously a steal at 48th overall. Mysak is going to be playing a huge role on the Czech national team. He's going to be on their top line, and he's definitely a player to watch. He's a 200-foot player that will be making an impact on both ends of the ice. Now, Czech probably isn't going to be good enough to make the playoffs unless something crazy happens, but Mysak could still get 4 to 6 points in 4 games. He's a sniper, and every time the team gets a power play, he's going to be the guy in charge. He's the biggest name on the team and has potential for that point range in that many games. In Hamilton of the OHL, he put up 25 points in 22 games. He's over a point per game player, and he's been playing in the Czech Republic for a while now, so it won't take long for him to heat up. Mysak is going to have a tournament and surprise a lot of people in this event. Next up is Kaiden Guhle. Guhle will be front and center on Team Canada's blue line in this tournament. Guhle was selected 16th overall in the 2020 NHL draft, and to say that pick confused a lot of people would be an understatement. But more Habs fans are coming around to the idea of Guhle on the Habs in the future. Kaiden is a strong, hard-hitting defenseman and a real physical guy. A fear for a lot of people is Guhle might get himself in a bad situation and get out of position, which is a legitimate fear. Guhle has played limited hockey since March, and he's had time to work on that. He was a huge surprise at camp for Canada and a guy who is a perfect fit for the team. During camp, he has been alongside Barron, and the two have built great chemistry. The expectation for Guhle is to be a defensive defenseman. However, this tournament is a chance for Guhle's offensive game to take off. Last year in this tournament, we saw Alexander Romanov shock the hockey world, and Guhle would like to attempt to replicate that success. I see Guhle getting 3 points in 7 games. Canada will hopefully be going to the gold medal game. Finally, we have Cole Caufield. Caufield is returning to Team USA this year after a disappointing tournament last year. Now, Caufield definitely has something to prove. He's been doing really well on Wisconsin this season with 12 points in 10 games. Caufield is going to have a great tournament this year. He has developed as a player so much in a year, and he will have a total different line than last year. But hopefully Team USA puts together a duo that was once considered unstoppable in Alex Turcotte and Cole Caufield. It took a while for Caufield to heat up on Wisconsin, but he is hot right now. It will be very hard for teams to stop him. Caufield has high expectations since he's been drafted, and he is very good at toning them out. But now it's time to live up to them. He's doing great in college, and he needs to carry it over to this tournament. Caufield could realistically get about 5 goals in 4 games. I'm not going to predict past that, as it's up in the air how far Team USA gets in this tournament. However, it would not be shocking if they made at least the silver medal game. The Canadiens are a very well represented team in this tournament, and these three are not only going to be playing in this event, they're also going to have a huge impact on their respective teams. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure that you like and subscribe. Only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so once again, I'm going to ask you to scroll down and hit that subscribe button. I put a lot of effort into these videos, and if you guys enjoy them, subscribing and liking is the easiest way to show your support. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.